All right. Wednesday, December 13th, just after 12:30. We're going to combine some corn. We're just going to kind of combine a little bit. The truck was supposed to be here Monday. Tuesday, yesterday. Got a text Tuesday morning, truck could not make it. So we're going to shoot for Friday. So it's going to be nice this week. They even say it might be nice next week. So I'm just gonna basically we got time, we got the weather with us. Let's do a little bit of combining. I have the 3 wagons empty, so I'm gonna basically like 1 wagon at a time, and I'm gonna work on the 2 smaller wagons first. So left work, got home, got the combine started, so it's been running for about 10 minutes, so it's warmed up. And let's go. I'm gonna combine first, and then we're gonna grab the tractor and the wagon. So that's what we're doing. Past 2 weeks or so, we got some snow and we got some rain. So we've gotten quite a bit of moisture those 2 weeks. But it's maybe the last 4 or 5 days we haven't really gotten much. So the field should not be that wet or muddy to work in. Now this field here, this is the go-kart track, and I'm going to do this last because that was the field that basically was the poorest growing, the poorest standing. That's just going to be last. But we still got these twin rows here. So we got 4, 8, 12 rows of twin rows there. And then all the way back here, which is where we're gonna start. This the far back corner of the field. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see here. I got enough fuel for today, but I don't think I have enough fuel to finish the crops. So I'm gonna have to get another barrel. I also want to put some fuel into the 2670 because when I get done combining this field and the other field, I want to disc this. So yeah. Okay, that is really full. I actually stopped twice, kind of leveled the top off. But this hopper here is as full as I can make it. I don't think I can even fit a bushel on here. So lost a little bit of corn, maybe 2 handfuls. Okay. All right. So then now we got a full hopper. Let's get a wagon. We're gonna take both of these guys out there at once. So that'll be pretty cool. All right. Wow, could not fit this whole full hopper into 1 wagon. That's a wagon with sides. So that's pretty full. That's pretty full. All right, I didn't really film much, but what I ended up doing was putting in about 100 bushel of that in the bin. Okay, it is Thursday, December 14th. It is just after 11:30 a.m. I am home from work, and we are going to continue combining. Now, What I did yesterday was I did one super hopper full in the combine and basically put corn in both wagons. And then I attempted to put corn in the bin, which only did about 100 bushel. Didn't really film that because it was sort of quick, fast. So what we're going to do today is we're going to fill up our wagons. We got the 2 littler wagons that we're going to top off, and then the super wagon will fill up. So I'm going to continue doing the field here. This is the field that we have left. And then we got the go-kart track there, and that is it. I don't think that we will, I mean, hope not, because that would be no yield. There'll be enough corn in this field here to maybe fill up all 3 wagons. There might be 200 bushel or so in the go-kart track, but we'll deal with that later. So as long as the semi guy does show up tomorrow, get that corn out of the bin, and then we can put the rest of our corn in the bin and then deal with that whenever. So let's go. Right when I got home, I drove over and got the combine started. So it's been running idle for about 10 minutes, so it's all nice and warmed up. So we're going to continue going down to the other end of the field, this little cornerish area. It's wider on that end of the field than it is here, so hence that's why there's corn down here. So we're gonna get that corn attacked first. I don't know if I'll get the hopper full or not. Nevertheless, that's where we're going to start. We're gonna get Brother Bob out here, and he's going to retrieve the 930 and that 1 wagon. Bring it back here, and then we're going to hook that up to the other little wagon in tandem, so that when we fill them both up, we can take them both home full at the same time. So here's an example of me just planting too close together with the corn planter. So the row up against the last 4 rows of the corn planter is just a little bit too close, so that when I'm combining, the side snoot and the tire, they just kind of hit that row. So like over here, you can see right there that if I plant too close on my next round with the corn planter, that tire will just kind of mash corn stalks and then end up what you just saw. So I need to do a better job being a little bit more conservative with planting my rows not so close. All right, we got those 2 wagons under cover. So now we're gonna fill this guy up. So we're gonna go down on some of these twin rows and then get to the end and finish up the stuff in the back. And like that. Okay, we are getting there. So I got all this stuff done all the way in that back corner, and I did a couple of the twin rows here. So all that's left is basically 1 length width of twin row. And then what's left is this go-kart track. And then there's also a little bit right there that's in a really wet spot. So maybe tomorrow morning, if it's frozen enough, I could probably get over there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty this, then I'm gonna finish this field, and then I'm gonna make a couple passes in the go-kart track here and get the perimeter opened up. Okay. Another hopper full here, so that field over there is done. And I did about half of the go-kart track. So it was probably between that and that over there, 100 bushel or less. So it's almost 3 o'clock. I am going to unload this into the wagon, and call it done for today. All right, that is almost full. I think I can fit everything on this wagon. It's gonna be pretty damn close, but that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning. Wow, so harvest is almost done. So yeah, we'll finish this little bit right there. Go-kart track right there. That should take about an hour. And then hopefully the truck will come tomorrow. And then once we get the bin emptied out, we'll put all of these wagons into the bin. And that is it for harvest. Next, we'll get these corn stalks disced up with the 2670 right there. And then I might want to get some potash and spread a bunch on the go-kart track. I really want to put extra P and K on that go-kart track field. In the spring, I'm gonna plow it. So all that sod and residue, we're gonna plow it. So all that will get turned over. And that's gonna be my experimental plot. I'm gonna try and do intercrop in that field. See what I can do with that. But we're getting there. Should be able to finish tomorrow morning. Whew, good morning. It is Friday. It is the 15th. We're gonna finish up harvest today. So took the day off of work. I have other things going on. I got a recording session this weekend, so I need some preparation to do that. Plus, we were going to have the semi guy come today, but the plans changed on that. The guy is going to probably come tomorrow because all of the elevators are full where we take our corn. Because everybody's combining. Everybody is taking their corn to the elevators. And pretty much the only place that's kind of taking it is the ethanol place. And I think that's down near Butler, PA. It's quite a ways down, but they're the only ones kind of taking corn. But the guy's going to come Saturday, fill up his trailer, and then he's going to take the corn directly to the ethanol place on Monday. So that's pretty cool. So, nevertheless, almost done. So we have just a little bit of corn left to do. The go-kart track is almost done, and plus there's that just handful in the wet spot. Now it's 9 o'clock. It's in the 30s. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get dressed now, and I'm going to try and get that wet spot now, and maybe finish up the kart track and be done. So I think I'm going to do that right now. All right. Just as I walk out the door, propane guy shows up and is filling up my propane tank. Yeah, once I got that leveled, and it's like, call him up. Because sometimes it might take him like a couple weeks. But no, like 3 days later. So that's taken care of. So now we're going to get this guy started up. It's still in the mid-30s. Ground is kind of frozen, but it should be frozen enough to get the rest of that stuff right there. Again, it's just a handful, but I want to get it. It's going to be a cold start, but whoa, try it again. God, I just love diesel so much. Although diesel is a lot harder to start when it's cold. My dad always said that diesel engines don't like cold weather. So, but it's not that cold, and we got work to do. Now, I don't know if I have enough room in this super wagon to top it off. I've never really had this wagon super full, but whatever I combine, I'll just kind of leave it in there. I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do, but what I am going to do is I'm going to finish combining the corn. The rest of the go-kart track and then a handful over there. something to keep in mind. I notice that those belts are a little bit loose, so that's something that I might take care of. Just need to loosen those bolts right there, and then tighten it. I don't feel like doing that right now, but again, I'm almost done. So even though I have other plans as far as getting recording stuff situated, now that this field is done, plus the go-kart track will be done too, I might just spend a couple hours and get all this disted up, because I'm going to be unavailable through the weekend. It's going to rain, I think, Monday. So, I don't know. I might do this later on in the afternoon and get this disted up. So as we've been combining our fields here, just getting a lot of header loss. I mean, as you're watching a combine, you can just see all kinds of kernels being shattered and they're just on the ground. And just looking at these deck plates here, I mean, the gap here is noticeably bigger than compared to like what other combines have. So this is something I haven't really noticed, because again, I was being a lazy ass for the past 15 years farming, but now that I'm more on the ball and more observant on what needs what, these deck plates are definitely pretty wide. So I think when the cob hits, it hits in a way where it shatters it easier, shatters it more. So this is something that we're gonna have to address big time. So yeah, this whole head is gonna need a complete overhaul. So all these gathering chains, all of them need to replace, because they're all stretched the hell out. We gotta see, I mean, look at that. They're already maxed on the tightness anyway. We gotta check the sprockets. This whole thing needs to be looked at. Right now it's working, and it's working good enough. But next year it's gonna be fixed up good. Especially this guy. I've been using this guy like this for almost 5 years. I hit a woodchuck hole, ripped that off, and just, didn't fix it because, number one, it's not going to be easy to fix, and number two, we were combining. And then, okay, it worked, and then next year, we're gonna fix that. I did question if we had enough fuel to finish harvest. I should only be out here for less than an hour, so I should have enough. And I should get some more diesel fuel, at least for the 2670 and for the other tractors. But, well, let's do this first, and then worry about other shit later. So there's a bunch of ruts here with me trying to rescue this handful of corn to try and get these 4 rows. The tire here is gonna want to slide into this existing rut. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is I'm only gonna grab 2 rows. That way the tire can drive in between these ruts. And then I should be able to jump over and grab 4 more or whatever. But to try and just start on these 4 rows, the tire is just gonna ride along this edge of this rut, and it's just gonna fall right in, and then the head is not gonna be getting the corn. It sucks. So we're gonna try and do 2 here. Well, I got most of it. The ground is still soft underneath. It's not like it's completely frozen. I figured maybe the top layer would be crusted enough. But no, combine still slides around. I don't have brakes, and that would make it a lot easier, where I can brake one tire and force it to spin. But I'm at the mercy of it just sliding in the mud. But I got most of it. The standing corn there, I know that I won't be able to get it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick it by hand. I'm going to pick them by hand and throw them into the head. I might even go on the ground and the stuff that I ran over and pick some of that. Just so that I feel better that I got most of this corn here. Plus it's early in the morning and I have all day. And there you have it. Harvest 2023 is complete. We got 4 acres there in the back. We got that almost half-acre sliver. We got the 2-acre go-kart track field. And then this here is about 17 acres. So 23.5 acres of corn has been harvested. So that's what we got left in the tank. I'm gonna clean out the cobs that are left in the head. I think I can put the rest of this in the wagon there. But that's gonna be a full fucking wagon. And I'll get in here and we'll clean out. We'll just try and clean out the machine as best we can. Could not really get it all on the wagon. That wagon is full. That has a lot of grain. And there's just a little bit left. So I'm gonna spend the time and I'm gonna drive that home to the farm and I'm gonna grab my little tiny grain cart wagon and then put the rest of that in there. And then hopefully if the guy comes tomorrow to empty the bin, we can start putting this corn in the bin and not having to keep it under cover. So, but we are done harvesting. So since we are done harvesting, I'm gonna clean out the hopper tank here as best I can. So we got like crevices and areas where corn just kind of sits. So I'm gonna get in there, brush it all off, and then we're gonna run the auger again. And then you're still gonna have corn kind of sitting in this upright auger thing, and there's a trap door underneath, and we'll get most of the corn out. All right, so we got in there, we got that all cleaned out, and I ran the auger. We are pretty much done, with the exception of just cleaning out this trap door here. So this is where that vertical auger brings it up to the elbow, and just there's corn that just sits here, just cannot climb up the auger. So we're gonna open that up and get all that corn out of there. There you go. Kind of move this guy by hand. That's where that auger is. I was able to get all that corn out of there best I could. I mean, there's just a little bit, but I can't reach it there. It's all right. I got as much as I could. So that's cleaned out. So this is all done. There's that. That guy there. All right, I'm gonna go park the combine off the field. And then I'll take a tractor and a wagon home to the farm. And that's it. Right here is good. All right, well, that's it. Full season is over. Got videos of me getting the ground ready, planting, harvesting, hauling corn. So there'll be more videos for sure, but the whole season is done. So, yay. Big plans for next year, next season. We've already got the seeds ordered. I got ideas of what to plant where. So, we're going to be doing that. But I think I'm going to do some more videos of fixing stuff and like that. So, there you go.